Hello everybody, welcome back to my Let's Play series of Star Trek Online. This is Brent Justice. We are going to finally get to our first mission called Stranded in Space, and Quinn has done an auto-hail for me to remind me of this lovely mission. This thing gets annoying sometimes. Alright, but before we do that, really quick, since the last patch, Cryptic has added something to the C-Store, which is really cool for new players. This is called a Federation Starter Pack. They've added a lot of stuff in here for new people that are playing the game. That will give you some good gear and bridge officers to start off with, and it's only 240 Cryptic points. That's not too expensive. So you get a 1 hour skill bonus with it. That gives you extra skill points for an hour. You get a special title. They give you a Mark II phaser, a Mark II personal shield, and these are all, the phaser is a rare item because it's got 2 modifiers. The personal shield is uncommon. Gives you a Mark II dampening armor, which is an uncommon. Gives you a photon torpedo launcher for your ship, which is rare. Gives you a resilient shield, that's common. You also get a human female engineering bridge officer who is also equipped with Mark II equipment. You get a Betazoid science officer who is equipped with Mark II equipment. You get some batteries and hyposprays and shield charges. So these are really good things to start off. You can have a almost a full ground crew and fill all of your ship bridge officer spots with this. So right off the bat you can totally have a really good experience with these items, and it's pretty cheap. However, also, as I've shown you, you can still have a good experience and get things without even doing that. From just doing the tutorial and gathering loot there, I was able to spend as much energy credits as I did and upgrade my character, as you saw in the last video, to Mark II equipment and shields and so forth, which will help quite a bit. So if you wanted to purchase that pack, that will help even more, and you can really get your stuff going. So since my last video, I've done quite a bit on this character, getting him ready, spending all the energy credits that I had. I'm not going to purchase that pack. I could, but I've already done a lot here, and I can get the rest of the stuff along the way. So I'm not going to purchase it and show you just what you can do with energy credits and so forth and dilithium that you gain along the way. So since my last visit, since my last video, I have updated the appearance and costume on my bridge officer. I went ahead and got another engineering officer, or an engineering officer, to add. I had purchased in the past a liberated Borg engineering female officer from the C-Store, and I went ahead and claimed her to use her as my engineering bridge officer. She has a nice skill that's added called Efficient, which helps warp core efficiency to all your power levels on your ship. So I like having her as long as she is equipped. You have to equip her in your station. You can purchase her from the C-Store as well, and I like having her as a bridge officer, so I'm going to go ahead and have her on here. And she had a shield for my ship, a shield regen for my ship. I updated both of their looks with a nice the original series tunic or shirt and pants. Just a nice little look for my officers. I went about trying to update my look and was going to get some new costumes, and then ran out of energy credits, so that's as far as I got. But I'll update him later as I get more. I also looked at doing some upgrades for my ship, and I was able to get a Mark II photon torpedo, and then I ran out of energy credits, so I couldn't upgrade anything else on it, unfortunately. But I'll do that later. You'll also see I have some tribbles here from the C-Store. I have some special tribbles that either I purchased or got as rewards, and or from game purchases. So I've got a bunch of triples I can use along the way. I'm going to use this triple right here, right now. It gives you, as you can see, plus 1% all damage, plus 1% all damage resistant, or plus 1 all damage resistance, and then a point 0.01 health regeneration. And all you have to do is pet it by clicking it like that, and now it adds all that up here, and you can see it going. It lasts for 1 hour, so I just have to do it every 1 hour, and that will help me in the missions. And I put it on my tray so I can easily pet it. And so there's some other things I hadn't showed you yet on Earth Space Dock, but we'll get to that later. I know you guys are anxious to see a mission. So we're going to do that. So let's go to, let's minimize the chat. Let's go to, oh, I did do my skill points here. I went ahead and updated my skill points as much as possible. I put as much as I could to Starship Weapons Training for right now to help my Starship Weapons damage, and then to my Weapon Proficiency on Ground. And I'm maxed out. I've still got some left, but I can't fill any more slots with them right now. So I've went ahead and put as much skill points in there as I can. I'll do more along the way. If you're confused about what skill points affect what powers, just go to this select ability, and right now I'm selected. And if I want to know what any of my powers, help any of my powers, all I gotta do is click on one of them. So let's see, my new Borg here. If I wanted to find out what helps her emergency power to shields that she has, I click that, and you can see that that's highlighted, and that's highlighted. So those would affect her skill powers, or her bridge officer powers. When I get to those, I could select them. So that kind of helps you figure out where you need to put your skills into. And hovering over, you can read and see what it does also. Alright, so let's do the first mission. We will use the Hail Starfleet button, which is right here. You can walk up to NPCs and talk to them to get your missions, or you can use the auto hail feature, which pops up, or you can, what I like to do is just use the Hail Starfleet button, because you can use it anywhere. Click on it, and you will get your mission window where you can do player versus enemy, player versus player, special events going on at the time. Click calendar, and you can see what's going on. And your episodes, this is what we're going to focus on in most of these videos. When you go to more, you will see the entire list of all your missions here that you've got. We've got Earth Space, we've already done Earth Space Dock, just doing that little mission it had. Stranded in Space, this is the first one we're going to do, and we can hail that and accept that mission finally. And I could, some of these you can transwarp to, but we're going to simply go to them manually in space. Transwarp costs energy credits, and if you have enough you can do that, but I think it's just a waste of money. You can fly there for free, and so that's what we're going to do. To access your mission that you've already added, which is now right here telling you where to go and what to do, if you're confused about that at any time, just double click it. And it gives you a more detailed description of what to do and where to go. So you'll always know just by double clicking that. You can also access that again by clicking Hail and going to In Progress, and then that's the same thing. It's telling you what missions you have in progress, and if you have multiple ones you can click on them and see them here. These are our available missions, which right now we have none to display. All we have is this mission we're going to do. So, we're going to do it. First, he wants us to speak to Malcolm, Cecil, and Shipyard. That's easy. We're going to go to Shipyard, and we're going to talk to him. It says it's optional, but in the past, this mission will not complete unless you actually do that. So let's run as fast as we can to him. I love Earth Space Dock. It's so beautiful. It's very pretty. I want one. So here he is. That's the repair ship guy. Here he is, Malcolm Cecil, and we're going to talk to him, and he's going to tell us some stuff, what's going on with this mission. You can read that, and then he's going to tell us some more stuff if you want to read about how you can get new ship equipment and so forth, but I've pretty much showed you all that. Click continue, and now it says go to SS Azura. SS Azura is in space. So to get to space, first thing I'm going to do is beam up to my ship. I'm going to click that, click OK, and now we're going to energize into space. And here we are. This is my Constitution class Enterprise. It is so pretty. I love it. If you zoom in, they've got the Bussard collectors on the front of the nacelles animated. I love that. They've got the pokey deflector dish. It's just a classic look. I love this ship. It's so beautiful. It's so simple, yet iconic and beautiful. As you can see, I've already updated my power bar here, just like on the ground. If you hit P, you can, these are all the powers for your ship, and you can drag them wherever you want on your power bar and move icons around. So I've already gone through this and added the icons that I want to use. I like to have distribute shield power on my ship so I can automatically distribute shield power and balance it evenly across all my shields. One thing you want to learn when you're fighting is to move around a lot in space so all the fire isn't on one side of your ship because you'll lose your shields. The emergency power to shields, I put that there. A red matter capacitor, that's another little special treat I got in the game. It just helps me with power levels for a brief amount of time. I'll use it occasionally and put it on, so I went ahead and put it on there. And that's pretty much all I got right now. There's my beam array overload for my beams. The default view of this power bar is this. All your bridge powers will be down here on these buttons, and then you just have one row here. I don't like that because as you start to fill up on powers, this gets really big and hard to see everything and click on everything. So I always go to the three row view and then put all my icons on there. Also, if you go back to the one view, you can right click on these weapons so that they auto fire, and they're green right now so that they'll auto fire. This is the default where they don't, and if I put them all on green, now they will auto fire, and I like that. And then I also set my power level to attack, so I have 100 on attack, 51 on shields. My engine power is a little low, but I'm a cruiser, so that doesn't matter too much. So now I've got beam overload, I got my shield power, it's pretty awesome. I'm ready to go, so let's warp out to sector space. Aye aye, Captain. In this video we're just going to do one mission. We're going to do the SS Azura.
My friend sacrificed so much to secure peace with the Klingons. I bear the responsibility for the consequences to him and his crew, a thought that troubles me to this day. The hope was that this alliance would last forever. It did not. The Klingons have chosen war. The Federation is doing its utmost to protect its borders and the billions of innocents who call this space home. But I fear that this conflict may be our undoing.
So that was Spock there. Just thought I'd let you listen to him. Every time you enter a new sector block, you will get a little voice message from him telling you what's going on in that sector. So that's pretty cool. This is sector space. This is how you get to all the solar systems, all your missions, basically all the planets, all the ships, or whatever you need to get to. This is space. We are outside. Here's the solar system where we came from. And if you hit M, you will access your map and you can see sector space now. I'm in the Sirius sector block, which is the very first one you start in. You can zoom in and out. And there's the SS Azura, which is the first one we're going to go to. But these are all star systems you can go to and fly to. If you click Galaxy Map, you'll see the entire galaxy. Right now I'm in this little sector block, Sirius sector block. This entire row, or entire column here is the Sirius sector, and then inside it are separate blocks, and it's that way for every sector. There are sector blocks. You've got an entire sector, which would be, here's the Regulus block, and then in it are in the specific sector blocks of each sector. But you can see this is the blue stuff here is Federation. Here's the Romulan stuff up here in the green. Here's Klingon, which you can't get to unless you're a Klingon or an ambassador. Here is Borg space, which we get to at in-game. Here's Cardassian and Cardassian space, and here's the Deferi space. So this just shows you where you are in the galaxy, and you can figure out how things connect and how you get to each sector block. If you click System List, you've also got a list of each system in the sector block that you can click to and go to. And a lot of people, they'll start off and fly to their destination manually, which you can do, again, with your power there. But a lot of people don't realize this. If you go to your map and then click on the place you want to go to, SS Azura, it'll say plot a course, and all you do is click OK, and now I'm not touching my keyboard. I'm not doing anything. My ship is flying itself to the SS Azura. And of course it tries to avoid running into other ships, so it will kind of move along and turn in weird ways sometimes. But I'm not flying my ship right now. It's got a course straight to it. This is the distress call from the SS Azura, so I'm going to click OK because we're approaching it, and we'll wait until we get close to it, and then my dialog box will pop up allowing me to go into it. When we go into it, there's going to be a brief cinematic video we can watch. So I'm here and I'm ready to start the mission, so we'll do rescue the SS Azura. Here we go. Too many ships in range. Yes, continue. Continue. And here we go. I'm so tiny. So here we are. We have to take out these enemies. They're always highlighted in dark orange here. They are the people we want to kill. They are attacking the SS Azura, and we're going to save it. I'm flying quite slow right now at this speed, so we'll use the full impulse. We just have to be careful. Actually, I'm really close to it. Once you get under 10 km, then you are able to attack them. So let's do that.
Ship is under target. Shields have failed.
Gotta love those blue phasers. Pretty awesome. And see, that didn't really bother my ship too much. I'm so good. I've done so good on my abilities and powers and systems right now that my ship's holding up pretty well. These anomalies right here, you can collect them. They're used for crafting in the game. You need all these special anomalies along the way. There's a little mini game you can play to get you more rare or extra anomalies when you go up to them. But you use them to craft stuff. I'm not going to go into crafting right now. May do that someday in the future, but not going to do crafting. So sorry about that, but that's just not the scope of these videos. Right now I just want to show you guys the missions.
Target shields have failed.
Now before I beam on board the SS Azura, there is a little accolade here that's kind of hidden, and we're going to go do it right now before we beam aboard. But if you fly through this hole, you'll get an accolade. That is asteroid hole. I just said asteroid hole. Yeah. Okie dokie. There you go. Accolade complete mining survey. It's just a little accolade. Adds some bridge officer skill points. And I like to collect accolades. Maybe one day they'll actually mean something, but I think it's kind of cool. Just collect as many as you can. So we did that, and now we're going to beam aboard the SS Azura. Go to my transporter room. This is where I get to select my away team. My tactical officer, my engineer, and then 2 other security because I don't have any other bridge officers. So here are my new bridge officers. I named Blue Lightning and One of Awesome. Okay. Away we go. Now we're on board the SS Azura. I am an engineer. Along the way on these missions, there will be other hidden accolades. One of them is to save these crew member. If you're a science officer, you can do that, and you'll get an accolade for saving these injured crew members. But I am not a science officer. A lot of the accolades are career specific, so I can't do that because I'm not a science officer. So I'm going to do the engineering accolade when I get to it. Gotta love that Mark II weapon. Really helps. I'm gonna collect all the loot along the way so that I can sell it for energy credits. Shutting down the plasma leaks. Another little weapon I got also is this special little phaser here. Again, a C-store thing that I got. And it's got that cool classic Star Trek phaser sound. Bit of nostalgia. It's not as good as the Mark II. It's an auto-leveling phaser because it's got the infinity symbol. But right now it's just operating at Mark I because pretty much I'm a lieutenant right now, or Lieutenant 1. So the Mark II phaser is actually, or Mark II phaser I got here is actually going to be better than that. Close that plasma leak. Locate the warp core. I'm going to talk to Captain Brott. They're going to tell me some stuff. I'm ready to go. And they'll follow me. Now I'm going to do the engineering accolade, which is scan the warp core. See, these accolades don't tell you where to go and what to do. You have to find them or know where they are. Because they'll not be on your mission list. Reroute power, deploy containment field. And there we go, accolade complete, Cochrane student. So there's a little hidden accolade right there for an engineer. Let's kill these things! Dogs. Thug. Horser. Now as I'm doing this, I'm constantly keeping an eye on my shields Because if they drop too low, I'll hit the shield regenerator. And to collect the loot real fast, all I do is hit F a couple of times and it will automatically take whatever the item is. Go through the transporter room. They're probably wondering why a Borg is saving their lives. These videos are really cool, and they added this. They never used to have these cutscene videos, but they can get a little annoying too because they last so long, and you just want to get on with the mission and continue it. Like, I'm having to sit through several different scenes of video here, and it's pretty lengthy. I mean, it's cool because it tells you where to go and stuff, and I guess it's good for new players, but I get a bit annoyed of them sometimes. And now we're going to beam to my ship. Got to talk to the transporter chief. Now I got to use the turbo lift. And now we'll be back in space. Most of the, well, the rest of the missions are not that involved to get between your ship and the enemy or whatever. So this one is, but the rest of them, it doesn't take that long to get around, thankfully. I think I'd go insane if it took that long to get between your ship and all that stuff every time. Also watch your crew here. You'll lose your crew along the way, and as you do, you'll not be able to regenerate your stuff as fast, your shields and your hull and your power levels and everything. There we go, took care of that. See, their explosions can hurt you quite a bit. That ship is so beautiful. Look at these graphics. I mean, is this not just art in motion? I mean, it is beautiful. I can't get over how beautiful it is. I really cannot. It's like playing a dream of Star Trek, and I'm playing it. Yep, I'm a nerd. Get over it. Stranded in space complete. Our very first mission done. Depart system. That simple and so fun. And we're done with the mission. To turn it in, we got to hail Starfleet to report, or you can just double click that and then do hail Starfleet right down here. And we're going to get a ton of skill points and bridge officer skill points and a personal comm code for the Azura. And we're going to get an Andorian male engineering officer and a Trill female science officer and an energy dampening armor Mark II and a shield array Mark II. A ton of stuff. See, we didn't even need to get that dampening armor because you're going to get one anyway, but we'll put it on a bridge officer. So a lot of good stuff here on this first mission. Click continue and we got all that stuff. Now we are a lieutenant ability rank 1, so we've got a new lieutenant ability that I will show you. That's it, man. First mission done. Here's my new bridge officer. She's science, so yeah, we're going to have her join because we definitely need a science. That's it. And now it's going to ask me to start the next one. We won't do that yet. We're going to do the next mission in the next video. real quick, let's go and see what I got here. This is my stuff that I got for this mission. Azura comm code lets you call an Azura anywhere you're at, so you can use your bank, vendor, mail, and whatever in sector space. Alright, they gave me a Mark II ship shield here, which is better than what I'm running now, so I'm going to put it on my ship and have better shields. This armor here I will put on my new bridge officer that she is going to, let's see, both of these already have Mark II, so I'll put it on her and she'll have a Mark II armor now. This is a for that. I am not going to use that. I've only got one tactical console anyway. I got some snail steak. Got a Mark I personal shield. Well, it's better than with a standard shield she's using, so I'll go ahead and put it on her. Here's my other male engineering officer. Since I got it for free, I'm going to go ahead and use it right now so that I have a, you know, actually I take that back. I'm not. And the reason why is I'm an engineer and I've already got one engineer. Bridge officer who will be on my ground, and if I had another engineer ground officer, 3 engineering, that's not bad. I might want another tactical officer, or I might want go ahead and use that engineer. I'm not sure yet. I'll save him and see what I'm going to do later. So many different ways you can play this game. That's what I love about it. So all that stuff is good. All that's turned in. That's the first mission. I can skill up. And that helped me quite a bit. So that is the first mission down, and we will do diplomatic orders, the next mission, in the next video. See you all then.